The floating city of the future in Saudi Arabia, the new DJI Mavic 3 drone, Google's robotic assistants, the Apple Car concept electric car, micro robots for point-to-point drug delivery, and other high-tech news in today's One Issue. Saudi Arabia will build a floating city that will run on 100% clean energy. This was announced by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The city, called Oxagon, will be in the shape of an octagon and will be located off the coast of the Red Sea. Oxagon is a part of a larger NEOM project that will encompass the entire region and should represent a sustainable model of humanity's future. Oxagon will embody the principles of living in harmony of high technology with nature and will be one of the most advanced logistics centers in the world with modern integrated connections to seaports and airports. Everything will run on 100% clean energy. The city will make extensive use of the Internet of Things, smart robots, artificial intelligence, autonomous cars, and digital manufacturing. The American Chemical Society unveiled micro-robots capable of spot-delivering drugs to cancerous tumors. The 3D printed robots are magnetically controlled and eject the drug only when they encounter an acidic environment around the tumor. Hydrogel bots in the shape of a fish, crab, or butterfly carry the medicine inside their own cavity. The density of the seal allows the claws of the crab or mouth of the fish to open in response to changes in the acidity of the environment. Magnetically sensitive robots are made by iron oxide nanoparticles. Scientists have already experimented with controlling micro-robots in simulated blood vessels and are now looking for a way to track them as they move through the human body. The California startup Cognition has introduced an augmented reality headset with a non-invasive brain-computer interface to enable people to interact with smart devices, for example, without words. The Cognition One headset stimulates the visual cortex, the area that receives and analyzes visual signals in the brain, while the wireless interface reads the neural activity, interprets it, and sends it back to the headset for more actions. In addition to the device, engineers are also creating machine learning algorithms and using artificial intelligence to develop a language system that can adapt to each user's unique communication style so that the system more effectively recognizes what the user is about to say or do. The experts at the Vanarama have studied Apple's transportation-related patents and created a three-dimensional model of a possible electric car based on them. In the view of British designers, the Apple car has a one-piece glass roof, sunroof, windshield, and retractable handles on the doors. The mesh grille on the bumper is reminiscent of the design of the Mac Pro. The signature white and gray color is reminiscent of Apple tech as well. The main feature is the lack of a center post between the front and rear doors. This type of design usually reduces body strength. However, Apple's patent details how diagonal support sections will be added to account for the reduced rigidity. Given Apple's history, the designers included a large screen that covers the entire dashboard of the interior of the car. Alphabet announced new successes for its Everyday Robots project. Versatile and trainable robots have arrived at Google's Bay Area campuses, where they will do the cleaning, sorting trash, dusting, and more. The robots can move small objects, such as cups, and even open doors on their own. The company promises that the new robots will be able to work in fully unstructured environments, such as homes and offices. That is, the devices presented by Alphabet are able to perform atypical tasks, such as taking out the trash, cleaning the kitchen, or even folding laundry, which is incredibly difficult for even most modern humans. Clio Robotics has announced a new version of its own Dronut surveillance drone. Designed for law enforcement, industrial inspections, construction, and defense, the Dronut X1 drone can operate without a GPS. A special feature of the drone is its patented thrust vector technology, which allows the extractor design to remain stable during flight. To overcome efficiency issues, the drone uses propellers rotating in opposite directions, which are positioned on top of each other and surrounded by a shroud. This design allows the drone to safely bounce off objects and people. And for now, though, the drone can fly for only 12 minutes. The Japanese startup TeleExistence introduced a new robot designed specifically for a chain of stores and FamilyMart. The TX Scara robot is equipped with the patented TX Gordon artificial intelligence system and can work independently. But if an error occurs, the robot is connected to the operator. The bot can work in a tight space and determine itself which items to actively replenish based on sales data. It will do the job of restocking the beverage shelves in the back of the store 24 hours a day and in freezing temperatures, taking the task off human workers. NTT Docomo unveiled a new ultrasonic-powered drone equipped with a high-resolution video camera. The helium-filled inflatable drone shoots high-quality video. It's safe and silent, and its design does not imply the presence of blades. On the other side of the cylinder are two small ultrasonic modules that produce tiny vibrations. They disrupt air movement and push the cylinder left, right, forward, backward, up or down as needed. Honda and Black & Veatch successfully tested a prototype of Honda's autonomous work vehicle at a construction site in New Mexico. During the field test, the second-generation all-electric Honda AWV performed a number of functions for a month on a large-scale solar power construction project, including towing and the transporting of construction materials, as well as hauling water and other materials to predetermined locations. The Fraunhofer Institute for Manufacturing, Engineering, and Automation introduced a robot for assisting in nursing homes and hospitals. CaroBot 4 can work safely alongside people. The robot has improved environmental perception and a safe object grasping system. It can reliably recognize people and determine what they are doing thanks to machine learning processes and adapt their behavior so that everything works safely. DJI unveiled a new flagship Mavic 3 and Mavic 3 Cinedrones with dual high-resolution cameras and prices ranging from $2,200 to $5,000. Both drones are equipped with a battery capacity of 46 minutes of flight time, and that's pretty impressive. The Mavic 3 supports omnidirectional obstacle detection up to 200 meters away. It's also announced improved return-to-base functions and an upgraded pilot assistance system. The proprietary communication technology is also updated. The range of the OcuSync 3 Plus is up to 15 kilometers, broadcasting 1080p video at 60 frames per second to a smartphone or controller. The more expensive Mavic 3 Cine model supports Apple's ProRes 422 HQ codec, shooting at 5.1K resolution up to 50 frames per second. On board, there's a built-in solid-state drive with a capacity of 1 terabyte. Both support shooting in 4K resolution at up to 120 frames per second, and it's possible to take 20-megapixel photos. In addition to the main 24mm lens, a 28x hybrid zoom lens is also present. The Canadian Space Agency is preparing a rover to explore the polar region of the Moon. The rover concept is being developed by two Canadian companies, MDA and Canadensis. The rover will carry at least 2 scientific instruments. The Lunar Exploration Accelerator Program mission will last 5 years and will aim to collect images, measurements, and data on the lunar surface. Scientists will also want to test survival technology on our satellite during the cold and dark lunar nights, which will last about 14 days here on Earth. Northrop Grumman and its partners AVL, Intuitive Machines, Lunar Outpost, and Michelin showed a prototype of a vehicle under development that should greatly enhance the exploration of the Moon and, in the future, Mars. Now many companies have space ambitions. Hopefully their joint efforts will lead to a breakthrough in this field. The ETH Zurich presented a system for performing precision logging based on a harvester on foot without using GPS. The mission begins with a human mapping the area of interest using a special sensor module. The human expert then selects trees to be harvested. The sensor module is then mounted on the machine and used to locate the location on the map. Upon reaching the proximity, the machine grabs the tree with the universal gripper. This process is repeated for all trees selected by the operator. The video, referring to a thesis by a scientist at the Zurich University of Technology, shows that engineers continue to mock robots. But, of course, it's all for the sake of science, to demonstrate the ANYmal robot's ability to recover from falls. Yandex showed a new version of its delivery robot. The third generation of the delivery robot has a new LiDAR, which is now mounted on an angle and allows the robot to see closer objects. A new camera with an angle of more than 180 degrees gives a more detailed image. Plus, there's another camera with a longer focal length under the LiDAR. which is good at seeing traffic lights on the opposite side of even the widest roads. The rover will be able to carry up to 20 kilograms of cargo in a 60-liter compartment, and by the end of the year, the fleet will be replenished with 100 rovers of the new model. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and don't miss any new episodes from the world of high tech.